Hi, Zoraida. Can you tell us what are some of your favorite memories from working at Fountain House and Body?
I loved everything. I loved the fact that my coworkers were beautiful people, that I had a good supervisor. Chloe is great. And what I loved the most was the whole Fountain House.
I'm glad you had such a great experience. Would you be able to share with us what some of your favorite products are from the store?
I used to make the products. My favorite one was the patchouli, the oil when you put it with the soap powder. Because before I left, that was a new thing that they were doing, soap powders. And the hair conditioner. I bought bottles of hair conditioner. Oh my God, they were wonderful. They're gonna, once people get the hang of it, it's gonna be a good product they'll be selling. I think it was selling before I left.
What was your initial reaction to learning about coronavirus and then the shutdown that happened in New York toward the end of March?
I experienced the madness when everybody wanted to buy all the food and they wouldn't let you get in there. The lines, first come, first serve. Thank God that started dying down.
And do you think that the mental health community was even more at risk?
Well, you could say, yeah, because some of them are in the streets, mental health consumers. The ones that are in the street are more susceptible to catching something. You know, some of them are not on medication and they're using drugs and drinking. I see them all the time. It breaks my heart that I don't have a large amount of money to help out the ones that are really bad to be taken off the streets of New York. But, you know, what can I do? I can always direct the homeless mental health consumers to where they could get something to eat, give them a pamphlet, let them know that there's meetings, reach out, you know, to them.
Are you currently working right now?
No, but Chloe said that she was going to help me get a little peer job because I'm a peer advocate. A little job is good for me so I can make it to my therapist appointments. I have goals that I want to go back to school. I went and looked for a school. Well, I was writing. I've been writing pamphlets. You see, I gathered some information because I wanted to do pamphlets for the Double Trouble meeting because they don't have no pamphlets. It's a meeting of people that have mental health problems along with problems of addiction. You gotta find supports for them, for us. I've been in the field for years. I used to work for Transitional Services of New York.
Where else have you worked?
I used to work for a pre-release facility for Incarceration Project Green Hope. That was for women, to reunite the women with their families and their children. It's still open, that program.
And how long did you work there for?
5 years. So that program, when it was open, did needle exchange. That, and I worked for Southfield Community Services as a home health aide for HIV-related cases. Now I'm getting older and I don't have the energy that I should have to engage. But that's what I love to do. Engaging the mental health consumers to positive living patterns. And I facilitate groups. That's what I used to do for transitional. I did a little bit of entitlement specialist. I wore many hats there, and I was a self-help mentor for the staff at opportunities. An outset program. I just want to create stuff for Double Trouble, and I want to engage the people in Double Trouble so we could come up with a basic text. Like Narcotics Anonymous has a basic text. AA has a basic text. CA has a basic text. CODA has a basic text. Smokers Anonymous has the literature. But we're not in society like that. Double Trouble. We're just in the programs. We got to get to a point of being in society.
How do you manage your mental health, and how have you been taking care of yourself?
Different things. I go to the rooms. I make meetings. I make my medical appointments. I make sure that I take my insulin, that I take my medication so I could be stable. I have structure. I don't allow nobody to bother me. I must take my medication on time. Must. It's a must.
Would you be able to explain what happens when you do not take your medication on time?
Well, I start declining. I fall into a depression. You know, it could go manic or massive depressive. Okay, I'll stop taking baths, wearing clean clothes, start shopping unexplainable, creating debt. How do you say? I go into isolation. I won't talk to anybody. I won't deal with anybody. I'll miss appointments. I catch myself. I have practice catching myself. I don't let them. I don't like what happens to me when I am not on top of things.
So it took years for you to be the way you are now?
Yes. It's a changing character, changing opinions about life, the experience, the outing through the other eyes, seeing through my eyes.
How would you say that you've changed over the years?
I have gotten better with myself, my inner child. My inner child has grew to be an adult. And that took a lot of work, a lot of hard work.
Is there any place that you'd like to visit when life gets back to normal?
Yeah, we'll go to Fountain House more often. I like the fact how the Welcome Committee relates to you. I like the environment. I just like it. And the people, there's always people there to engage with that understand what you're going through, where you've been, where you're going. I'm getting old at this. I'm maturing in recovery. Still see myself with a lot to give and a lot to offer. You know? Everybody tells me I'm still a spring chicken. I'm not 25 to be a spring chicken. I'm 56.
Do you have any concerns with fountain house opening initially?
No, we can manage it. It can be manageable as long as you have the universal precautions, the mask and the gloves, and that will go for everybody.
What is a message you like to share with those who have struggled in the past and for those who are still struggling even today?
Keep the hope alive. There's hope. Make sure that you're around people that understand, God doesn't make junk. You're not junk. You're worthwhile. That's what I would say. And if you need something of me, we can walk together. I'll walk you through it. Emotionally, spiritually, and physically. That's what a humanitarian does. Lend the support that's needed where it's needed. I love humanity. That's my downfall. I'll do anything for anybody that's needed. Thank you for allowing me to tell you a little bit about myself.